You're Drifting Off with WSLP AM, Big Rapids. WSLP, Sweet Baseball.
The Northwoods Baseball Radio Network presents Sleep Baseball. Tonight, from Kitamori Park in Tomah, Wisconsin, it's the Tomah Tigers hosting the South Haven Ravens of South Haven, Michigan. And now, the voice of the Quint Cities, Wally McCarthy. And good evening, friends. It's Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. This evening we are broadcasting from beautiful Kitamori Park here in Tomah, Wisconsin, as the Tigers host the South Haven Ravens. Tommy the Tiger, the Tomah mascot, is on hand as always, entertaining the capacity crowd this evening. And it is a perfect night for a ball game here in Wisconsin. 74 degrees at game time with a light breeze blowing out to left center. Let's take a gander at the starting nine for the visiting South Haven Ravens. Leading off, center fielder Jerry Durante. Batting second and playing second base, Hector Pena. Sherman Hawkins will bat third in left field. Third baseman Brandon Carlisle is in the cleanup spot this evening. Batting fifth, right fielder Steve McDykel. First baseman Shecky Washington will bat sixth. Catcher and manager Hap Bronswell will bat seventh. Batting eighth, shortstop Ricky Corrado. And batting ninth, left-handed starting pitcher Frank Gibson. Gibson enters tonight's contest with a record of 9-6, with a 4.16 ERA. Those are the Ravens. Here are the Tigers. Vaughn Kramer leads off, playing second base. Shortstop Sharky Bush will bat second. Batting third and playing center field, Schmitty Diaz. Prudence Jefferson is in the cleanup spot this evening. He'll be in left field. Batting fifth, right fielder Bruford Kaczynski. First baseman Ernesto Stern will bat sixth. Batting seventh, catcher Clifton Santiago. Third baseman Bert Sessions will bat eighth. And batting ninth, right-handed starting pitcher Hiroki Nomo. Nomo enters tonight's game with a record of 11-4, with a 3.23 ERA.
And the Tigers are managed by notorious hothead Yuki Fukuda. And before we are underway here at Kitamori Park, producer Phil will draw a name out of the fishbowl for tonight's Instagram winner. If you'd like your name to go into the fishbowl, you can head over to sleepbaseball.com and follow us on Instagram, if that's the kind of thing you're into. And we have tonight's winner. It is Becca R. Congratulations, Becca R. We'll be in touch on Instagram to sort out the exciting details. And Crew Chief B.R. Montebianco has signaled that it's time to play ball. So we are underway here at Kitamori Park. And Jerry Durante steps in against Hiroki Nomo. Righty against righty. And Nomo's pitch. Fastball called strike one. And the 0-1. And that fastball misses high. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball cut on and missed. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into left field. Jefferson is after it, and he makes the catch for out number one. And Hector Pena steps in with one away and the base is empty. Pena is a switch hitter and he'll bat left against Nomo. And Nomo's pitch. And that's a slider in the dirt. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Bouncer to second. Kramer is up with it, and he tosses to first to retire Pena for out number two. Base is empty. 2 down for Sherman Hawkins. Righty against righty. And the pitch. Curveball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. popped into shallow left. Jefferson racing in, and he makes a diving catch to end the inning. Hiroki Nomo sets them down in order here in the top of the first. And after a half, it's Ravens nothing, Tigers coming up. Here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hey there, it's Dana Dedrick, and I'm thrilled to bring you Love Notes, where we blend the best of smooth jazz and relationship advice to create a cozy late-night listening experience. Finding love and keeping it doesn't have to be so mysterious. Tune in weeknights at 10 p.m. to unwind with some mellow melodies and get tips on how to build and maintain healthy relationships. Love Notes, weeknights at 10 p.m. on WSLP, Big Rapids.
And welcome back to Kitamori Park here in Tomah, Wisconsin for the bottom of the first inning. And Vaughn Kramer will lead it off for the Tigers against Frank Gibson. Lefty against righty. And the pitch. Fastball misses low and outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Line drive to short. Corrado is there, and he tosses to first to retire Kramer for the first out of the inning. And Sharky Bush steps in with one away and the bases empty. Lefty against righty. And Gibson's pitch. Curveball runs outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Fastball cut on and missed. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball called a strike. 1-2. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a high heater. And Bush is down on strikes for out number 2. And here's Schmitty Diaz with the bases empty and 2 down. Lefty against lefty. And the pitch. Fouled backhand, out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball down and in. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider in the dirt. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fly ball to left field. Hawkins is camped under it. And he makes the catch to end the inning. And Frank Gibson has a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the first. And it's a scoreless game here at Kitamori Park with one in the books. We'll be back with the second inning after these words on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
Top of the second inning here at Kitamori Park. And so far it is a scoreless contest. The Ravens will bring the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate against Hiroki Nomo. And here's Brandon Carlisle. Carlisle is a switch hitter and he'll bat left against Nomo. And Nomo's pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Breaking ball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. 1-2. And the 1-2. Bouncer to third. Sessions is up with it, and he fires to first to retire Carlisle for out number 1. And that will bring up Steve McDykel with the bases empty and 1 away. righty against righty. And the pitch. Hard grounder to second. Kramer scoops it up and flips to first to retire McDykel for out number 2. And Hap Bronswell steps in. Righty against righty. And Nomo's pitch. Hammered foul and into the stands. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses low and outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball hit into center field. Routine play for Diaz. And he makes the catch to end the inning. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Hiroki Nomo here in the top of the second. And it remains Tigers nothing, Ravens nothing. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Gent Fredner, Mayor of Big Rapids. I'd like to invite you to tune in to the Quint Cities Celebrity Golf Invitational, or even better, join us in person. Guests include Galvin McLeod Jr., Blinky Malone, Fritz Ortega. Oh, and did I mention Beans Captain Bender Sorensen? Join me, Gent Fredner, Quint City Celebrity Golf Invitational, only on WSLP.
And welcome back with us here from Kitamori Park in Tomah, Wisconsin. It's a scoreless game as we begin the bottom of the second. And Prudence Jefferson will step in against Frank Gibson. Lefty against lefty. And the pitch. Hit in the air to deep center field. Durante racing back. And that one sails over the wall and into the stands. And that's a long, lazy home run for Prudence Jefferson. And the Tigers are on the board here in the bottom of the second. And that will bring up Bruford Kosinski with the bases empty and nobody out. And Gibson's pitch. Hammered foul and into the stands. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses high. 2-1. And the 2-1. Chopped foul down the first base line. 2-2. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a low curve. And Kosinski is down on strikes for out number 1. And Ernesto Stern will step in with the bases empty and 1 away. Lefty against righty. And the pitch. Curveball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Hammered foul and out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Hard grounder to first. Washington will have it unassisted, and he steps on the bag to retire Stern for out number 2. And Clifton Santiago steps in. Lefty against righty. Bottom of the second, 2 down. Tigers leading 1-0. And Gibson's pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Dribbled foul down the third base line. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that's a little looper into shallow center. And that one falls in for a base hit. So a runner on first and 2 down for Bert Sessions. Sessions is a switch hitter, and he'll bat right against Gibson. And Gibson from the stretch. Popped up into foul territory. Washington drifting over. He'll have room, and he makes the catch to end the inning. But the Tigers get on the board thanks to a solo home run by Prudence Jefferson. And with 2 in the books, it's Tigers 1, Ravens nothing. We'll be back with the 3rd inning in a moment here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
$10.3 AV. Specializing in Betamax and multi-regional DVD. The only such service in the Quint City area. $10.3 AV.
Top of the 3rd inning here at Kitamori Park in Tomah, Wisconsin. The Tigers leading 1-0, and the Ravens will bring the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to the plate against Hiroki Nomo. And Shecky Washington steps in. Righty against righty. And Nomo's pitch. Curveball called, strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-2. The 0-2. Slider misses low. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fastball misses just outside. 2-2. And now the 2-2. Slider in the dirt, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Fastball misses high and tight. And Washington is aboard with a leadoff walk here in the top of the 3rd. And Ricky Corrado will step in with a runner on first and nobody out. Righty against righty. And no-mo from the stretch. Bunted foul down the first base line. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball low and outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air to right center. Kosinski racing after it. And he makes a spectacular catch for out number 1. Washington will hold it first. So one away with a runner on first for Frank Gibson in the pitcher's spot. Righty against lefty. Tigers leading 1-0. Top of the third. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that fastball is called a strike. 1-2. And the 1-2. Curveball called strike 3. And Gibson is down on strikes for out number 2. And Jerry Durante will step in at the top of the Ravens' order with a runner on and 2 down. Durante flied out in the first inning. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 2-1. The 2-1. Hard grounder to first. Stern spears it, and he steps on the bag to retire Durante to end the inning. The Ravens do not score, and after 2.5, it remains Tigers 1, Ravens nothing. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Tim at Baraboo Necessities. Where can you go in Baraboo to find everything you need? That's Baraboo Necessities on Berkeley Boulevard. The first 10 customers that come to our grand reopening get a Baraboo Bombers baseball cap. Baraboo Necessities, we've got what you need.
And welcome back with us from Kitamori Park here in Tomah, Wisconsin. Wally, McCarthy, and producer Phil reporting on this perfect night for a ball game. The Tigers lead 1-0 as we begin the bottom of the third. And Hiroki Nomo steps in against Frank Gibson. Lefty against righty. And the pitch. Fastball called strike one. And the 0-1 pitch. Fouled back and into the stands. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a low slider. And Nomo is down on strikes for out number 1. And that will bring up Vaughn Kramer at the top of the Tigers' order with 1 away and the base is empty. Kramer grounded out in the first inning. And Gibson's pitch. Fastball high and tight, and that one brushes him back. 1-0. And the 1-0. Hard grounder to first. Washington will make the play unassisted, and he steps on the bag to retire Kramer for out number 2. And Sharky Bush steps in. 2 down, nobody on. Tigers leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch. Hammered foul and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses low. 1-1. And the 1-1. Hard grounder up the middle, and that one is through the infield. And Sharky Bush is aboard with a 2-out single. So a runner on first and 2 down for Schmitty Diaz. Diaz flied out in the first inning. And Gibson from the stretch. Fastball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball misses outside. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 2-1. And the 2-1. High fly ball to deep right field. Hawkins drifting back, and he makes the catch on the warning track to end the inning. The Tigers do not score, and with 3 in the books, it remains Tigers 1, Ravens nothing. We'll be back with the 4th inning in a moment here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
Top of the 4th inning here in Tomah at Kitamori Park. The Tigers lead the Ravens 1-0. And Hector Pena will step in to lead off for the Ravens against Hiroki Nomo. The Ravens still in search of their first hit against Nomo here in the top of the 4th. And Nomo's pitch. Fastball runs inside. 1-0. And the 1-0. And that fastball is called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Hammered foul and out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2. Ripped into deep left field. Kaczynski racing back. And that one is going to bounce off the wall. Pena hustling to second. And he will beat the throw. And that's a leadoff double for Hector Pena here in the top of the fourth. And Sherman Hawkins steps in with a runner on second and nobody out. Hawkins flied out in the first inning. And Nomo from the stretch. Curveball down and in for ball one. And the 1-0. Chopped foul down the first base line. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And he fouls another one off. 1-2. And the 1-2. Popped up into shallow left. Jefferson drifting in. And he makes the catch for out number one. Pena will have to hold at second base. And that will bring up Brandon Carlisle with one away and a runner on second. And the pitch. Hard grounder left side. That one gets past a diving Sessions and into left field for a base hit. Pena rounding third, and he will come in to score. And the Ravens are on the board thanks to that RBI single by Brandon Carlisle. And we are tied at 1 here in the top of the fourth. And that will bring up Steve McDykel with a runner on first and one away. McDykel grounded out in the second inning. And Nomo from the stretch. Fastball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Hard grounder to second. Kramer to second for one. Over to first in time to get Carlisle. And that's a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. But the Ravens get on the board, and after 3.5, we are tied at 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Salty Sal of Salt City Confections. In addition to our world-famous popcorn balls, try our bonbons, rock candy, and nut-covered sweetmeats. We're located on the Manistee River Walk next to the world's largest cupcake. Salt City Confections, your confection connection.
And welcome back with us from Kitamori Park here in Tomah, Wisconsin. The Tigers and the Ravens are tied at 1 as we begin the bottom of the 4th. And Prudence Jefferson leads off against Frank Gibson. Jefferson had a solo home run in the 2nd inning. And Gibson's pitch. Fastball called, strike 1. And the 0-1. Curveball cut on and missed. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. And that one is hammered into deep right field. That one will drop in and roll all the way to the wall. And Jefferson is going to be aboard with a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 4th. So a runner on second and nobody out for Bruford Kaczynski. Kaczynski struck out in the 2nd inning. And Gibson from the stretch. Hard grounder to second. Pena is up with it and flips to first to retire Kaczynski. And Jefferson will advance safely to third. And Ernesto Stern will step in with a runner on third and one away. Stern grounded out in the 2nd inning. And Gibson's pitch. Fly ball into right field. That might be deep enough to get the runner home. McDykel is under it. He makes the catch for out number 2. Jefferson tagging at third. The play at the plate is not in time as Jefferson slides in safely under the tag. And the Tigers now lead 2-1. Two outs, bases empty for Clifton Santiago. Santiago had a base hit in the 2nd inning. And the pitch. Curveball cut on and missed. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball misses low. 1-1. And the 1-1. Hit in the air to right field. McDykel is there, and he makes the catch to end the inning. But the Tigers get another run on the board, and with 4 in the books, it's Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back with the 5th inning after these words on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello. You know me. This is Ed, Uncle Hat. The good folks over there at Big Tom's Shoe Repair and Gelato asked me to drop by and say a few words for them. Big Tom's been in shoe repairs since he was knee-high to a locust, and his wife, whose name escapes me, has been in the gelato business for several days now. Why don't you stop by over there to Big Tom's Shoe Repair and Gelato and get your shoes repaired? If you're like me, you've put up quite a few miles in on those shoes. Why don't you get a nice cup of pistachio while you're there? And tell Big Tom that Ed Uncle Hat said hi, and don't kick him. Thanks for listening.
Top of the 5th inning here at Kitamori Park. Wally, McCarthy, and producer Phil back with you on this beautiful night for a ball game. The Tigers lead 2-1. The Ravens will bring the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to the plate against Hiroki Nomo. And here's Hap Bronswell, who flied out in the 2nd inning. And Nomo's pitch. Fastball called a strike on the corner. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fouled back and out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider in the dirt. And Bronswell is down on strikes for out number 1. And that will bring Shecky Washington to the plate. Washington walked in the 3rd inning. And the pitch. Fastball called strike 1. and the 0-1. And that fastball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1. Slider in the dirt. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed. 2-2. And the 2-2. Slider misses low, and the count runs full. And now the payoff pitch. Curveball rings him up, and Washington strikes out for out number 2. And Ricky Corrado steps in with 2 down and the base is empty. And the pitch. Curveball misses low for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a low breaking ball, and Corrado strikes out to end the inning. Hiroki Nomo strikes out the side here in the top of the 5th. And it remains Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hey kids, this is Blink Rederson. I'm here at Ted's Fishing World, and I just want to say they've got some great deals for people that like to fish or wish they could fish. They have reels, and they have lures, and they have bait. RLB, they call it. You can get the RLB specials 25% off if you mention my name, Blink Rederson. Ted's Fishing World. If fishing's in your head, trust Ted. Ted.
Wally, McCarthy, and producer Phil back with you from Kitamori Park for the bottom of the 5th inning. The Tigers lead 2-1, and they'll bring the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to the plate against Frank Gibson. And Bert Sessions will step in. Sessions popped out in the 2nd inning. And Gibson's pitch. Fouled back and out of play, 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball misses low, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Another fastball down low. The count 2-1. And the 2-1. Hit in the air to deep center field. Durante will have room. And he makes the catch for out number 1. And Hiroki Nomo steps in the pitcher's spot. Nomo struck out in the 3rd. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play, 0-1. And the 0-1. Fly ball center field. A routine play for Durante. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And Vaughn Kramer will step in at the top of the Tigers' order. Kramer is 0 for 2 this evening. And the pitch. Curveball called strike 1. And the 0-1. And that curveball misses low, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. High fastball cut on and missed. 1-2. And the 1-2. Slider in the dirt. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball high and tight, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Bouncing ball up the middle, and that one is through the infield for a base hit. So a runner on first and 2 down for Sharky Bush, who is 1 for 2 with a single in the third. And Gibson from the stretch. Fastball misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss on a high heater. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a blazing fastball, and Bush strikes out to end the inning. The Tigers do not score, and with 5 in the books, it remains Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back with the 6th inning here on WSOP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
Top of the 6th inning here in Tomah at Kitamori Park. The Tigers lead the Ravens 2-1, and Frank Gibson will step in for the Ravens against Hiroki Nomo. And Nomo's pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Dribbled foul down the first base line. 0-2. And the 0-2. Curveball low and outside. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Slider called strike 3, and Gibson strikes out for the first out of the inning. And Jerry Durante steps in at the top of the Ravens order. Durante is 0 for 2 this evening. And the pitch. Curveball called a strike on the corner. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball misses high and outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slider misses low. 2-1. And the 2-1. Breaking ball runs outside, and Nomo falls behind 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. Hit in the air to shallow center. Diaz drifting in. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And that will bring up Hector Pena, who is 1 for 2 this evening with a double in the 4th. And Nomo's pitch. Hammered foul and into the stands. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball down and in. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 2-1. And the 2-1. Fastball misses just a bit outside, and Nomo falls behind 3-1. And the 3-1. Fastball misses low, and Pena is aboard with a 2-out walk here in the 6th. And Sherman Hawkins steps in with 2 down and a runner on first. And no-mo from the stretch. Bouncer back to the mound. No-mo scoops it up and fires to first to retire Hawkins to end the inning. The Ravens do not score, and after 5.5, it remains Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back in a moment here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello. You know me. This is Ed Uncle Hat. My good friends at Ed Horn's House of Sleep asked me to drop by and talk to you a minute about their mattresses and other sleep-related items. Beds, headboards, nightcaps, and essential oils. They just added the essential oils last week. Ed Horn's wife, Beatrice, got over there, and she's really into the essential oils. She makes her own. They have a few little tubs out back. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Ed Horn's House of Sleep. You don't need to count your sheep if you go to Ed Horn's House of Sleep. Ed Horn.
And welcome back with us here from Kitamori Park. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. The Tigers lead the Ravens 2-1 as we enter the bottom of the 6th. And Schmitty Diaz will step in against Frank Gibson. Diaz is 0 for 2 this evening. And Gibson's pitch. Fastball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Hawkins is under it. And he makes the catch for out number 1. And now Prudence Jefferson steps in with 1 away and the base is empty. Jefferson has scored both of the Tigers' runs this evening. And the pitch. Looper into shallow right. And that one drops into the gap for a base hit. And Jefferson is aboard with a 1-out single. And he's now 3 for 3 this evening. And Bruford Kaczynski is due up with a runner on and 1 away. And Gibson from the stretch. Slider down and in for ball 1. And the 1-0. hammered foul and into the stands. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Hard grounder into right field. That one squeaks through for a base hit. And Kaczynski is aboard with a one-out single. Runners on first and second now. One away for Ernesto Stern. And the pitch. One hopper back to the mound. Gibson to second for one, over to first in time. And that's an inning-ending 1-6-3 double play. The Tigers do not score, and with 6 in the books, it remains Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back with the 7th inning in a moment, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Winston T. Winston, president of WSLP Radio. I'd like to invite you to the Big Rapids Airport Lounge for a special night of fun and brevity with Frank Gilbert. It's WSLP night on the main stage, and fun is guaranteed for all. The 2-for-1 margaritas go well with the comedy stylings of Frank Gilbert and Fritz Ortega's Super Nachos. I hope to see you at WSLP night at the Big Rapids Airport Lounge. Save a seat for me, Winston T. Winston.
Top of the 7th inning here in Tomah, Wisconsin at Kitamori Park. The Tigers lead the Ravens 2-1. And Brandon Carlisle steps in against Hiroki Nomo. Carlisle is 1 for 2 with a base hit in the 4th. And Nomo's pitch. Fastball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Fouled back and out of play. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball called a strike. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. And that's a slider in the dirt. 2-2. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a high heater. and Carlisle is down on strikes for out number 1. And Steve McDykel steps in. McDykel with a couple of groundouts this evening. And the pitch. Fastball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a low curve. And McDykel is down on strikes for out number 2. And Hap Bronswell will step in with 2 down and the base is empty. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses low and outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And he takes an awkward hack at a slider in the dirt. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fastball misses high. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3. And Bronswell strikes out to end the inning. Hiroki Nomo strikes out the side. And as we head into the stretch, it remains Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back in a moment here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is the Reverend Ira Gay for the Buckstop Inn Community Theater. I hope you'll join me for their production of Our Town. The Buck Stop Inn Community Theater. Making things happen.
And welcome back with us from Kitamori Park in Tomah, Wisconsin. The Tigers lead the Ravens 2-1 as we begin the bottom of the 7th. And Clifton Santiago will step in against Frank Gibson. Santiago is 1 for 2 with a base hit in the second. And Gibson's pitch. Off-speed pitch misses high. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And the 1-2. Grounder to second. Pena is up with it, and he flips to first to retire Santiago for out number 1. And Bert Sessions steps in with 1 away, and the base is empty. Sessions is 0 for 2 this evening. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fly ball center field. A routine play for Durante. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And now Hiroki Nomo will step in. Nomo is 0 for 2 this evening. 2 down, base is empty. Tigers leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. And Gibson's pitch. Hard grounder to short. Corrado is there, and he fires to first to retire Nomo to end the inning. And with 7 in the books, it remains Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back with the 8th inning in a moment here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
Top of the 8th inning here at Kitamori Park in Tomah, Wisconsin. The Tigers lead the Ravens 2-1. The Ravens will bring the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to the plate against Hiroki Nomo. And Shecky Washington steps into the box. Washington walked in the 3rd and struck out in the 5th. And Nomo's pitch. Slider misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Fastball cut on and missed. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 2-1. And the 2-1. Roller back to the mound. Tough play for Nomo. The throw to first, and he's called safe by B.R. Montebianco. That was a very close play. It looked to me like he may have been out by a step. And now Yuki Fukuda is out of the dugout to offer his opinion on the play. And he's going to heat up B.R. Montebianco's ear. Gesturing wildly. And Yuki Fukuda is going to be tossed from the game. And he's not going to go quietly. And now Yuki Fukuda is pulling up first base and taking it back to the dugout with him. And he's actually going to hop on a golf cart now. And he's off towards center field with first base in tow. Let's take a quick break while this situation gets sorted out.
You're drifting off with WSLP AM, Big Rapids.
And we're back here at Kitamori Park. Cooler heads have prevailed, and Yuki Fukuda has returned first base to the grounds crew. And it appears order has been restored. All right, runner on first, nobody out for Ricky Corrado. And the pitch. Fastball called, strike one. And the 0-1. Hammered fouled on the first base side. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Grounder to short. Bush to second for one. Over to first in time to retire Corrado. And that's a 6-4-3 double play. Bases empty and 2 outs now for Benny Standing Bear, who will pinch hit for Frank Gibson. And Nomo's pitch. Fastball runs low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Hard grounder left side. And that one gets through for a base hit. And Benny Standing Bear is aboard with a 2-out single here in the top of the 8th. And Jerry Durante steps in at the top of the Ravens order with a runner on and 2 down. Durante is 0 for 3 this evening. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss on a high heater. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball down and in. 2-1. And the 2-1. Slider in the dirt. And Nomo falls behind 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. fastball misses outside, and Durante draws a 2-out walk here in the 8th. So runners on first and second, 2 down for Hector Pena. Tigers leading 2-1, top of the 8th. And Nomo from the stretch. Fouled back and out of play, 0-1. And the 0-1. And he fouls another one off, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Kramer has it, and he flips to second for the force to retire Durante to end the inning. The Ravens strand a pair here in the top half of the 8th, and it remains Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Ed Uncle Hat for Ed Horton's House to Sleep. Ed called me up the other day to help get the word out for his going out for business sale. Seems Ed fell asleep at the wheel there, and the pole barn is stacked to the rafters with mattresses, headboards, lamps, these new gummies they got there behind the counter. They're supposed to help you sleep. I tried one the other day, and I slept like a baby. I woke up every 3 hours. That's an old joke. Actually, I slept for a day and a half, but that's neither here nor there. They don't have essential oils at the moment because of the mishap, but Beatrice is fine. Anyway, come on down to Ed Horton's House to Sleep. You don't need to count your sheep if you go to Ed Horton's House to Sleep. Ed Horton.
And we're back from Kitamori Park for the bottom of the 8th inning. The Tigers lead the Ravens 2-1. And Vaughn Kramer steps in at the top of the Tigers' order against Ravens' right-handed reliever, Bruce Starling. And Starling's pitch. Curveball misses high for ball 1. And the 0-1. Fastball called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1. And that fastball misses outside. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Hawkins is there, and he makes the catch for out number 1. And that will bring up Sharky Bush with the bases empty and 1 away. Bush is 1 for 3 this evening. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. And he fouls another one off. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball high and tight, and that one brushed him back. 1-2. And the 1-2. Curveball misses just outside. 2-2. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a looping curveball. And Bush is down on strikes. And Schmitty Diaz will step in with 2 down and the bases empty. Diaz is 0 for 3 this evening. And Starling's pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. 0-1. And the 0-1. Breaking ball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2. Curveball misses low. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Slider runs inside, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Chopper up the middle. And that one squeaks through the infield for a base hit. So Schmitty Diaz is aboard with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And Prudence Jefferson steps in with a runner on first and 2 down. And the pitch. High fly ball to right field. McDykel drifting back. And he makes the catch on the warning track to end the inning. The Tigers do not score. And with 8 in the books, it remains Tigers 2, Ravens 1. We'll be back with the 9th inning after these words on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Giovanni Gasparo. When I was a kid, we did all kinds of crazy things, like stand on our heads and eat a cracker. Later, some of my friends had turned to their drugs, and all kinds of things happened to them. This has been Giovanni Gasparo with the PSA for WSLP.
Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you at Kitamori Park for the top of the 9th inning. The Tigers lead 2-1. The Ravens will bring the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to the plate. And Hiroki Nomo returns to the mound for the Tigers to attempt to put this one to bed. And Sherman Hawkins steps in. Hawkins is 0 for 3 this evening. And Nomo's pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. And that fastball is called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slider runs high. 2-1. And the 2-1. Hammered foul and into the stands. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Curveball misses low, and the count runs full. the payoff pitch. Hard grounder up the middle, and that one gets through the infield for a hit. And Hawkins is aboard with a leadoff single here in the top of the ninth. And Brandon Carlisle will step in with a runner on and nobody out. Carlisle is 1 for 3 this evening. And Nomo from the stretch. Slider misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball misses low. 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. Fastball called a strike. 2-1. And the 2-1. Breaking ball misses low, and Nomo falls behind 3-1. And now the 3-1. Fouled back and out of play. And once again, the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. And the runner goes. Swing and a miss. The throw to second is in time to tag Hawkins. And just like that, there are 2 outs in the inning. And now Steve McDykel will step in. McDykel represents the Ravens' final chance this evening. Base is empty, 2 down. Tigers leading 2-1 in the top of the ninth. And the pitch. Curveball called strike 1. And the 0-1. Hammered foul down the third base line. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air to deep right center. Kosinski sprinting after it. And he makes a spectacular catch on the warning track to end the ball game. So the Tomah Tigers take this one in a 2-1 squeaker. And for the victorious Tomah Tigers, 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors. And for the visiting South Haven Ravens, 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. Hiroki Nomo pitches a complete game and notches another win on the season. Frank Gibson takes the loss. Producer Phil and I will be back with the post-game show in a moment, here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.